Today we will be making the granny square. As you can see this pattern, okay, this is the pattern diagram in order to make the square. First let me explain some basic concepts so that you can able to follow this. As you can see here, there are a different representation. You can see like double crochet is represented by T with a line in between, and chain is just a circle. Slip stitch is nothing but a filled circle. Okay, these are the basic representation. Only these are used here. That's the reason, like, I'm not going to explain entirely. Okay, just for your glance idea I am explaining. For single crochet we will be using plus symbol. For half double crochet we will use a T symbol. For double crochet, T with a line in between. For triple crochet, T with double line in between. So similarly, likewise, if there are 4 to 5 double crochet, then we will term it as a 5 double crochet shell stitch. Okay, so some puff stitch, popcorn stitch, there are many more stitches, but basically you just need to concentrate on so today's topic we will be dealing with the granny square concept. So for this granny square, in order to start, we have to make a circle. Okay, so in order to make a circle, at the initial start we need to make a circle. In that case, you can make using a chain. Okay, like you can make some 4 to 5 chain, and later this will be a starting point and this will be the ending point. In that case, you need to join the start and the end. 6. Okay, in that case, where the straight line is going to be converted to a circle. So this is the method in order to make a circle. So one is, initially we have to make a chain. As you can see that the representation for chain is just a circle. Okay, so how many circles? 1, 2, 3, 4. It means we have to make 4 chain initially. Okay, this will be the one step. In some cases, like, okay, as I told, initially in order to make a circle, one method is by using a chain, the other one is by using a magic ring. Okay, the difference is, here the chain, it will be a fixed size. Like if you want 6, 8, you can increase, but in case of magic ring, the representation will be a spiral. You can see here the representation of a magical ring, it will be a spiral. So there are two different methods. One, in order to create a circle, you can make with a chain, nor else you can use the magic ring. So now I will start with the chain, because for a beginners the magic ring will be a bit difficult. So that's the reason I will start using the chain. So here you can see, like initially we have made 4 chain. The dotted, the filled one, it is the symbol for a slip stitch. Okay, so the same thing, let's start doing. So this is the basic idea how we are going to make a circle. Apart from it, some more basic concept is which all stitches we will be using. we will be first we have to know how to make a chain, and this is the most important thing. Once you will get to know how to make a chain, later you can able to do the other stitches also. You can make even single crochet, double crochet, or a triple crochet. I will just give a brief introduction about this so that you can able to follow. So when it comes to the material, you have to use a yarn. So whatever the yarn you will be getting in local, or you can order it. Okay. So this is an acrylic yarn, or else you will be getting in a like it will be a loose. You have to wrap it around in order to make this ball kind of yarn. Okay. So you need to wrap it, but this is a ready to use. Apart from it, like any hook, it might be with handle or without handle, you can use 3 mm or 3.5 mm. Usually it depends upon the thickness of the yarn, like which hook size you will be using. Okay, so you can use a different yarn, like this is an acrylic one. Okay, the one I have, it is a Ganga yarn. So it is an acrylic. It is nothing but it is a combination of a cotton and a polyester mix. Cotton will be like purely it is made up of cotton. The only difference is when you are going to make a knot, okay, one will be a material, the other one is like when you make a knot, you can easily unwind by using this acrylic. Okay, so for that purpose, for beginner, if you use this, like it will be easy to unwind. You can use any of the yarn. Basically, like if you are a beginner, you can just purchase a small quantity yarn. Okay, this is more than enough in order to start with the basic chains and all. In small quantity, you can purchase the yarn. Okay, so now we will start making the square. So we require 2 color yarn, or you can use with a single color also, not an issue. As you can see, this is a granny square. So here I have used 3 colors. So it depends, you can use a mono color, you can use a double color. Okay, so basically I am using here 2 colors. Now I will be using pink and blue color. So let's begin. In order to have a basic idea regarding the stitches, okay, I will just tell how to make a chain stitch. So initially you have to make a slip knot. In order to make that, you have to hold the tail. So this is the tail of the yarn, and the one on the other end, it is called as a running yarn. So this will be the tail of the yarn. Now, in order to make a slip knot, you have to wrap the thread around your finger. Okay, you need to wrap the thread around your finger and pull the circle. You can see there is a circle. Now the end of the yarn, okay, you have to pull the thread from this loop. Pull it tightly. You can see the small knot is formed. Why it is called as a slip knot? As it is adjustable. Okay, if you want bigger, like see, it is like adjustable. So initially this is a slip knot. In order to start with any kind of, as I told you, single, double, triple, any kind of other stitches, first we will begin with the slip knot and later we will start doing with the chain. Okay, one more time I'm going to repeat a slip knot. In order to make a slip knot, this is the tail of the yarn, the other end it will call as a running yarn. So now in order to make a slip knot, wrap it around your finger, pull it. You have to pull the tail of the yarn from this loop. Okay, now I'm just using a hook. Okay, and I'm just pulling it so that it will be a bit tight. Now have to hold this yarn, like there are some members will use some different techniques. So however it is comfortable, like some will be holding like this in order to have a grip. So basically what I suggest is just wrap the yarn around your index finger 2 to 3 times. Okay, so that you can hold the hook, you can hold the slip knot. Okay, this is like a comfortable position. If you hold too big, then whichever is comfortable, like this you need to hold it. Okay, now this is one method, or else you can just in order to have a grip you can hold like this also. Okay, so I don't want to make much confusion. Just wrap the yarn around your index finger. Okay, this is enough. And one more thing, have to hold the hook. The hook might be different, like one will be it depends upon the thickness. You can use 2.5, 3 mm, like that. Okay, so holding the hook also, you can hold in two different ways. One is like holding like a pen. Okay, usually how we will hold a pen, in the similar manner you can hold, nor else holding like a knife. Okay, you can see the difference, right? One is like a pen, the other one is like a knife. Whichever is comfortable. How you will get to know? When you keep on practicing, whichever is comfortable, you can suggest, you can follow that method. Okay, so I usually follow like holding like a knife. Okay, I will follow like this, and on the other hand I'm just wrapping it around. Okay, so I'm holding like a knife. Now let's start, because I can't directly teach this, because some basics you have to know. That's the reason some techniques have to hold the yarn, have to hold the hook. So now let's begin with the basic chain, because these are most essential in order to start with any stitches. So as a beginner you have to practice how to make a chain. So initially what you need to do in order to make a chain, you are just holding the hook, right? You have to go below this. Okay, just remember the steps. Go below the yarn so that you can see hook tip, it is locked. Okay, now you need to pull the yarn from that loop. One chain is formed. Okay, first step is you have to go below the yarn. Go below the yarn and you can see it is locked now. So you need to pull it. Slowly try to pull, because as a beginner it will be difficult for you to pull this. It feels like it is stuck and all. So just have some patience and try to pull. Just remember always the hook tip. Okay, you can see this hook, right? It should not it should be always facing towards you. I am sitting like this, means it is facing towards me. Don't hold the hook in different direction. Like if it is opposite, then in that case what happens? Like it will be it will stuck. It won't come out of the loop easily because the direction is opposite. So you have to always see to that the hook tip should be always facing towards you. And later you need to pull the yarn from that loop. Okay, so you have to bend a little bit, okay, and pull it from that loop. Now two chain it has formed. So try to practice this. This is the basic chain. When you get to know, when you have that grip of pulling this yarn, almost you are done with it. Okay, later on the single, double, triple, you can able to make it easily. The main essential thing is that you have to get that grip, have to pull the yarn from the loop. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing, just pulling it from that loop. Okay, I'm trying to pull. So I have made this chain. As a beginner you will find bit difficulty, so you need to practice it. As I told you, some of the tips it will be always see to that the tip should be always facing towards you. And one more thing, like use the appropriate hook size. If the hook size is too big, in that case what happens, you can see like the tip of the hook. If it is bigger, then obviously the loops created from that bigger size hook will be bigger. If the hook tip is small, then in that case what happens, it will be smaller. So now you can see the chain it has formed. So just I will give a glance idea regarding single, double crochet. A base, once you get to know how to make this chain, later on you can do with the other. So in order to make a single crochet, this is called as a chain or a foundation chain. Why? Because foundation chain, it serves as a base in order to make a double or triple crochet or any chain, it will be served as a base. Now we will be doing a single crochet. In order to make a single crochet, insert the hook into the loop, okay, and pull the working yarn. So now you can see there are two loops. Again yarn over, try to pull the yarn from both the loops. So this is a single crochet. Insert the hook tip into the chain, pull the yarn. Now you can see there are two loops. Again wrap the thread around the hook. Now try to pull this yarn from both the threads. Okay, repeat the same thing. This is a single crochet. Okay, in case of single crochet, insert the hook tip into the chain, pull the thread, pull the working yarn from both the loops. This is single crochet. In case of double crochet, you need to yarn over once. This is called yarn over. Okay, you are just wrapping the yarn around the hook. Okay. This, in order to make a double crochet, you are wrapping it around once and inserting into the chain, pull the working yarn. Now you can see there are 3 loops. In case of single crochet, you will be seeing 2 loops. Here you will be seeing 3 loops because we have yarned over once. Again, in order to pull, you need to wrap it around. Okay, so now you can see there are 3 loops. You have to make from 3, you try to pull the working yarn from 2 loops. Before it was 3. Now you can see there are 2 loops. Now our goal is to again wrap the yarn and pull the working yarn from both the loops. So you can see the 2 chains are formed. Okay, this is in case of double crochet. In case of single crochet, you are just directly inserting. In case of double crochet, yarn over once, insert into the loop, pull the working yarn, and you will be seeing 3 loops on the hook. Now again yarn over, try to pull the yarn from both the loops. Again you will be seeing 2 loops. Again yarn over, try to pull the yarn from both the loops. So you can see the difference. This is a single crochet, this is double crochet. In case of triple crochet, you need to yarn over twice. This is one time. Again wrapping it around, this is a 2 time.